Your phone is about to become obsolete, not because of some new device, but because artificial intelligence agents are learning to do everything apps used to do, without you ever opening one. Right now, there are millions of apps sitting on phones that nobody uses. You probably have 30 or 40 of them yourself. Food delivery, ride sharing, banking, shopping, all living in folders you swipe past every day. Companies spent billions building these apps, billions more marketing them, and now AI agents are about to make the entire model irrelevant. Here's what's actually happening. Companies like Google, OpenAI, and Anthropic are building agents that can interact with services directly through APIs and web interfaces. You won't tell your phone to open DoorDash, browse restaurants, compare prices, and check out. You'll just say you're hungry. The agent handles everything else. It knows your preferences, your budget, your dietary restrictions. It compares options across multiple services simultaneously, something you'd never bother doing manually because who has that kind of time? The shift sounds convenient, maybe even obvious, but the implications are genuinely wild. Think about what apps really are. They're interfaces, middlemen between you and a service. DoorDash isn't a restaurant. Uber isn't a taxi company. They're just software connecting you to people who actually do things. AI agents can make those connections without the interface, which means the entire app economy, worth hundreds of billions of dollars, is suddenly vulnerable. Every company that built its business on being the interface is now facing a world where interfaces don't matter anymore. Your AI agent doesn't care about brand loyalty or user experience design. It cares about getting you what you want as efficiently as possible. Some companies see this coming. They're building AI features into their apps, trying to stay relevant. Others are hoping users will stick with familiar interfaces out of habit. But here's the problem with that strategy. Once people realize they can skip the friction entirely, why would they go back? The transition won't happen overnight. There are technical hurdles, security concerns, trust issues that need solving. But the direction is clear, and it's moving faster than most people realize. We're not talking about some distant future scenario. This technology exists right now. The question isn't whether it'll happen. The question is, what happens to all those companies when it does? Some will pivot fast enough to survive. They'll open up their infrastructure, let AI agents access their services directly, and become the back-end providers instead of the interface. That's probably the smart play. You don't need users opening your app if their AI is ordering from your restaurant or booking your rental car. You just need to be in the network of services that agents can access. Others won't adapt. They'll cling to the app model, convinced that brand recognition and user habits will protect them. Those companies are in serious trouble, because once the agent ecosystem reaches critical mass, being outside of it means being invisible. If your service isn't accessible to AI agents, you simply don't exist in that world. The economic impact goes beyond just app companies. Think about the entire advertising model that funds most of the internet. Companies pay fortunes to get their apps in front of users, to optimize conversion funnels, to reduce friction in the checkout process. None of that matters if users never see your interface. AI agents don't click on ads. They evaluate services based on data, not marketing. The whole attention economy suddenly has a problem. What's weird is how quickly this could flip. Apps took years to dominate because people needed time to adopt smartphones, download software, change their habits. But AI agents work within existing systems. Your phone doesn't need new hardware. You don't need to learn a new interface. You just start asking your AI to handle tasks, and it does. The friction isn't in adoption, it's in building the infrastructure behind the scenes. Which means the companies racing to build that infrastructure right now are positioning themselves to control the next platform. Not the interface layer, but the connection layer underneath. The protocols and AP is that let agents talk to services. That's where the power consolidates. We're watching a fundamental shift in how digital services work. Apps aren't disappearing tomorrow, but their dominance, their centrality to how we interact with technology, that's already starting to crack. 5 years from now, opening an app to order food or book a ride might feel as outdated as using a desktop computer to check email. The technology that seemed permanent was just temporary infrastructure. And the next layer is already being built. The app era isn't ending because the technology failed. It's ending because something more efficient came along. That's how platforms die. Not with drama, just with obsolescence. Your phone will still have apps for a while, maybe years. But every time you use an AI agent instead of opening one, you're watching the transition happen in real time.